Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I hope you can hear me okay. I'm not going to wait on Facebook to build my audience because I realized that I sent out put out a post earlier saying that I'm going to be doing a live at 7. Then my dog had to pee. I was like, she's always trying to stop me from being great. But I know that a lot of you may not even get on this live because, when you get on somebody's live, it pops up in the news feed. Hey, Gary, it pops up in the news feed. So some people are going to purposefully not get on this live, and it is okay. But there's a lot of stuff that I need to say, and I need to clear the air. And I've been kind of, going over it in my head how I was going to do it so that, for one, I remain full of grace, for one, because I'm not going to go where other people have gone, okay? If you were checking out my timeline, you saw that, my youngest son graduated from high school, and previously I was posting a picture of my oldest child who is a doctor who called me the night that I got my car to congratulate me, and I'm going to get on to that too. But at the end of the day, I am someone's mother, I am someone's daughter, I am someone's sister, and I am someone's friend. And because of that, I'm going to always do things in grace, okay? Now, I know I got a potty mouth, because I am from the Bronx, okay? I'm going to say what I'm going to say, but I'm going to try to do my best to give you the clean version. And if I slip up every now and then, trust it's because I'm passionate about how I feel and what I have to say. So thank you so far for those of you who have joined this live. I really appreciate you hearing me out. And for those of you who are going to catch me on the replay because you nosy like that and you don't want to watch it live, that's fine too, because you're going to still hear what I got to say one way or the other, or somebody's going to tell you, or screenshot this because somebody's going to tell you what I had to say. So I digress. Now, I want to take you back to June 10th of this year. That was about 17 days ago. I wrote a post, and the inspiration from that post, and I'm not going to name names to protect their privacy, but the inspiration from that post came from me having conversations with some other people who shared the same business. And y'all know what I was in because I'm going to mention it. But we were both in Myecon, and I was just, she had reached out to me, really reaching out to me to ask me how to go about building my business because I'm such an inspiration, and she loves me. She loves that I keep it real with people. And so she reached out to me, and I was feeling, hey Ken, and hey everyone, I was feeling, I was feeling unsettled because I had been going over my own history, right? So long story short, we was just talking, and she was kind of pouring her heart out, and I was like, well, sis, how long you been in Myecon? 2015. All right, you've been in since 2015. Well, what do your residuals look like? One girl told me she made $98. One girl told me she made $33 in residuals. That was mind-blowing because I watched both of these people put in a lot of work, meetings, calls, three-ways, you name it, trying to build their business, right? And I was like, $33? And I was like, wow, that's a long time to pour yourself into something and make either $33 or under $100. And that was the inspiration of that post. Now, if you've been following me, you probably saw that post already, but I'm going to quote that post, okay? And I posted this thing on June 10th at 3:18 p.m. And it says, and I quote, "There is a crazy epidemic going on where you can be loyal to a company. I didn't mention what company. I said where you can be loyal to a company for 3+ years and your residual ain't even enough to cover your monthly fee. Somewhere along the line, you got to admit to yourself that you deserve more than to just have your picture on a flyer and, oh, ranking up and not banking up is ass backwards. I said what I said. Because I'm watching people that I love, people that I have come to respect, people that I look up to, and I reach out to them for help, for information, for how are you doing what you're doing, how are you making your team grow the way it does. And we're working and we're pedaling backwards. Now you can watch this and say, oh, Ray don't know what the hell she's talking about, but I'm telling you for a fact that if you be honest with yourself, if you be honest with yourself, y'all are working this business like it's another job. You working this business backwards. If you are honest with yourself and you look at your dream team residuals, they ain't hitting on shit. Period. They're not. Somewhere along the line, you gotta be realistic with yourself, y'all. You can't keep going to all these meetings, driving, running your car into the ground, paying for meals on the road, paying for meals once you get there, the meeting after the meeting, the hotel, the event course, and then you look at your money and your money is funny. Period. Period. I don't care how long you've been in. I don't care if you even out of debt. You in business to make money. You're in business to empower people, and you're in business to really help people and see their lives truly change. My mouth is so dry, excuse me. So you come into this business. Now, mind you, let me take your back a little bit, because I watch, I see what's going on. I see stuff happening, and I'm like, you know what? The devil is going to do what the devil do. And what our grandmothers teach us about the devil. You grab the devil and you stomp on his fucking neck. Excuse me, I'm sorry I cursed, but you know, that Bronx chick, she be wanting to come out. You get the devil and you stomp on his neck. And the way you stomp on his neck is you show your success. Ooh, did y'all see that whip I just got? Ew! Oh my God. Tuesday. Love it. So, yeah, I see you, Regina. Yeah, anyway. So you learn to step on their neck and you learn to do things in grace. So, but this is the deal. Since my video was shown with someone else, right? Yeah, that little 290. Since my video was shown trying to shame me, ain't no shame in my game. I'm going to speak my truth. And you could try to come out and try to shame me, but I'm telling you, ain't no shame in my game. I'm going to speak my truth. So June 21st, I forget. 2016, I joined said company. I joined Myecon. Now let me explain something to you. I was going through a crazy ass mess. It was in the middle of foreclosure procedures. Y'all see my testimony, whatever. I was in the middle of foreclosure procedures. I was getting notices almost every other day, and I was getting two at a time because when I purchased my home initially, I was married. So my husband's name, I would get a notice with just my name on it, and then I would get a notice with my name and his name on it. So I was getting double whammies. It was ridiculous. The stuff really hit the fan when the doggone sheriff came knocking on my door to serve me a summons to sell my house. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. So I'm back and forth on the phone with the mortgage company seeing what I can do because I was in between jobs. I'm not going to regurgitate that whole daggone testimony because that was a testimony that happened to me right then. And I'm telling you for a fact that Myecon saved me. Myecon rescued me. And I'm going to be honest, because if it wasn't for that company, I certainly would have lost my house. But let me tell you what you don't know. The Myecon today is not the Myecon that I joined 3 years ago, y'all. When I joined 3 years ago, first of all, it was $199 to join. Then our team got special privileges, and we were able to bring in people for $99, and we was getting a bonus. So at the time, 3 years ago, y'all know, old school Myecon, y'all know, every 7 people made us $1,000 bonus. So I was able to make almost $4,600 in 6 weeks because I was able to sign them up for $99, and every 7 I was making $1,000 bonus. Tell that part. So the fact that I was able to rack in those $1,000 bonuses on top of my fast start bonus is what gave me the $4,600. I was able to pay my mortgage company $9,500, right? $9,500, but I added my tax refund. I had a tax refund at the time, and I had gotten recently employed, so I added another paycheck to that, and that's the money I all locked together. A lot of it from Myecon, a lot of it from my tax refund, and the remainder from a paycheck, and I was able to walk into that bank and get a check for $9,500, which helped me pay my mortgage, get it caught up, and save my motherfucking house. So let's be very clear on the Myecon that I joined 3 years ago. Let me tell you something. If I was in the same position today on a $20 deal, I would lose this goddamn house. Don't play with me. So the Myecon that I joined 3 years ago ain't got shit to do with the Myecon today. The Myecon that I joined 3 years ago did your credit repair for you. It did it for us. Then we learned the income shift and blah, blah, blah. Y'all know the rest. But it did it. We had the credit repair for us. Then all of these changes kept happening. And we like, what's going on? When I hit gold, I had to have 30 people. And I think I only got credit for 10 of them or 12 of them, something like that, in my own base shop, which means everybody else had to get promoted to EVP, which at the time was you had to bring 2 people in to hit EVP. Not this one thing that's going on. You had to have 2 people to hit EVP. It cost $199. Every 7 people earned you a $1,000 bonus. And we had a company that did our credit repair. Let's get that fact straight. If you want to spread my name, guy in Memphis, Tennessee, then say all of the facts. Don't leave little pieces out. So, fast forward, back and forth with different promos, blah, blah, blah. Hey, this is Ivy. We got an amazing promo. I love me some Ivy, but you kind of messed me up, bruh. You did. You didn't call me. That's another. I ain't get to that part yet. We're gonna leave that for later. But anyway, that's how I made the $4,600, and that's how I was able to save my home. And we had credit repair company that was doing the credit repair for us. Then we wanted to make it more. I don't know what the leadership was doing, but they wanted to make it more affordable. They wanted to make it more affordable. They wanted to make it where people could come in easier. So we started to see the price change. And every time somebody did a new presentation, the price changed again and the presentation had to be changed again. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? It was crazy. Anyway, so after having the conversation, I'm back and forth, and forgive me because I got a lot in my mind that I really got to get out. But after that post, let me go back to that post. That post went freaking ballistic. It went from 0 to 100 in like 6.5 seconds, man. Old dude from Memphis was the first one to get on the presentation. And he told me to tread like, no, he said thread lightly. Nigga. Woo! Dude can't even talk. All right? Talking about thread lightly. No, you mean tread, boo-boo. You mean tread lightly, which is a threat. So you're threatening me on social media because I spoke my mind. And you know why so many people lost their ever-living minds. They lost their mind because the truth came out. When I tell you the residuals ain't hitting on nothing, because if I go out there and recruit 100 people direct, guess what my residual income is if those 100 people don't duplicate? $0. $0. So you guys are out here running. No sale, no sleep. No sale, no sleep. And y'all out here trying to get the sales in every single week to get the weekly check just so y'all can stay afloat. And then 5 months later, oh no, they changed it to 2 months. But 5 months later at the time for me, you had to be in the company for 5 months, paying for 5 months, 5 straight months before you saw a dime of residual income. So if people are unable to recruit, and if people are unable to get their credit fixed, and if people are experiencing challenges in their business, what do you think is going to happen? People are going to cancel. They're going to go inactive. You had people signing up with prepaid cards knowing good and well they wasn't going to add no more money to that card the next month. So I was suffering like so many else. And if you are honest with yourself, for the love of Christ, be daggone honest with yourself. If you're honest with yourself, you know we suffer from attrition. What's attrition? People canceling and going inactive. That is a fact. That's what goes on. So again, old dude from Memphis tried to shame me by showing my back office. No, boo-boo, show your own back office because you infinity. So obviously you got way more attrition than I do. And if a lot of you leaders are honest with yourself, you will look in your back office and you'll see the same old cancel. Why do you think that the company changed the cancels and the inactives from red to black? Because that shit was detrimental to our souls. Whew, you saw like red, you thought you was bleeding. So it's a mind game. They changed the color all black. So it's not as shocking. It doesn't have the shock factor that your business is going backward, right? So now let me peep you one more thing. I need my money. But I know a lot of leaders will tell you to stack your team. Well, put somebody under somebody. So I'm going to give my money away to somebody else who's not able to recruit so that I can pop them out my base shop and then they could become EVP. And then now I can get towards ranking. Good God Almighty. So now I got to give away my money. Let me tell you something about Ray Hope. I have 3 children. And yeah, I was married, so it ain't no baby daddy. I got an ex-husband. He ain't shit, but it is what it is. But I was married, okay? My children were born in wedlock, okay? All right? And then I told him to take his stuff and get out of my house, okay? So that part. But, you know, at the end of the day, I love my children now. I love my children. I got one that's going to be 27 next month, baby. He's a doctor. They call him Dr. Hope. Tell me something. My daughter is going to be a fashion designer. Tell me something. My baby boy is going to be going to Winston-Salem. He ran Pride. Tell me something. So let me explain something to you. I only produce excellence. And when I see something that don't look excellent, I'm going to ask questions or I'm going to speak my mind. Now let me explain something to you again about Ray Hope. She's from the motherfucking Bronx. I don't hold back. I'm going to say what I got to say. Ask my sister if she gets on this live. Ray going to say what she going to say. Ask my mama, because she used to get so mad at me. You always just say what's on your mind. And I did. From the time I was a tiny tot, I would say what's on my mind. My mama cooked something that I didn't like. I'd be like, Ma, this is nasty. And I get in trouble for telling her it was nasty. But I always spoke my mind. If I see something out of order, I'm going to say what I got to say because somebody need to hear it. And if you don't hear it right now, you're going to catch me on the replay because you're nosy. You're going to watch it anyway. So I digress. So that's where Ray come from. I'm going to do what I got to do because I love my life. I love people. Y'all know I'll be late on phone calls talking to people trying to help them in their businesses. But when I start looking at how I'm not in this to work forever. I'm in this to build my wealth. I cannot do that now with a $20 business. Because, yeah, now we're Priceline. Oh, it's Priceline. Name your own price. So $99.49 $19. What in God's truth? But it is what it is. So, here we go. June 10th, 3:18 p.m. I do my post. Y'all, let me tell you something. At 8:40, I went and just checked my back office because I said, you know what, I'm done. Let me just go in there and just cancel. And they had already canceled my account. I was like, what the hell? What the hell? They just canceled my account. So I go in there and it said, we're sorry, but rayhope.myecon.net is not a valid website address. And I was like, oh shit, they canceled me. But you know what? I said, over a post, I reaches out to one of the co-founders, the one that I in the most pictures with, so you do the math. And I tried to call him 3 times back to back, no answer. I left a text and I told him exactly how I felt, of how disappointed I was and how everything went down over a post. His response to me was that it wasn't over a post. The very next, I got no phone call that night. I got no email that night. I got no text message that night. I called the other co-founder the next day, the morning I called him. And it was before 10 a.m. 10:35 a.m. Bing! I received an email from said company saying the reason that I got suspended was because I was cross-recruiting. Wow. So on one hand, you tell the reps, the sales force, yeah, it's good if you have more than one business because we want you to build wealth. Just don't tell it. Just don't try to share it with nobody that you know. If they happen to be in the same company, don't tell them nothing. Like everybody and their mama ain't doing what we all do. You see something good, you're going to share the information. It's on them if they do it or not. But not Ray Hope. Because she's spreading the truth. She's telling people that they could be in business for 3+ years and ain't making no damn money. That's what that was. So then he tells me, I didn't cancel you, I suspended you. But in the process of suspending me, you took away my power to just cancel it outright. So then I'm just, going on about my business, whatever, I'm just trying to, no vibes. I posted Shaquille O'Neal. I had my young cousin graduate high school, my son, my pride and joy, he graduated high school. I'm just going on about my business, right? And then, lo and behold, these folk went and charged my account. I'm trying to find a day they did this. They went and charged my account anyway. So let me explain something. If you cancel me or you suspend me, you took away my power to go in there and cancel it myself. Your text message said you would call me back. You never did. Then, boom, you charged me. And I'm like, no, they didn't. No, they didn't take my money. You canceled me. You say, because you say it wasn't over a post. You don't say what it was for. Then it gets back to me because it was a light-skinned dude out of Detroit, tall, light-skinned, bald-headed dude out of Detroit who shared a screenshot of me sharing some information with him, and he used that, which, by the way, let me be clear, that conversation took place several months ago. That took place months ago. How coincidental is it that my account got canceled the night that I made the post about the residual income? How coincidental is it that the one that was very vocal was on that post before that person deleted a lot of their comments, before the beauty of screenshot could take place? How coincidental is it that every single leader, look on my timeline, picture after picture, all smiling, hugged up. As long as I'm smiling and hugged up in your face, everything is peachy keen. The minute I speak the truth, not even my truth, because the damn post wasn't even about me. I mean, keep your little 200. I made $290 whole in Dream Team residuals after busting my ass for 3 freaking years on the planes, on a bus, in a car, paying hotels, meals, lodging, all that stuff, paying for events, buying people's banners, still waiting on a refund from that, buying banners, buying business cards, doing everything I can because I was a part of the culture. I told y'all before, be mindful of the word culture because it starts off with the word cult. There is a cult following happening because if you are so blind that, yeah, okay, well, it's only $35 a month and, you know, it don't matter that you've been in since 2016 and you're only an EVP Gold and you ain't making no money. What, y'all? Come on, man. It's like, come on, man. Y'all, I know y'all smarter than that. Come on, man. I know you're smarter than that. But nah, I'm the fucking bad guy. I'm the bad guy. All right? I'm the bad guy because I'm trying to wake people up. Let me explain something to you. I am with another company that, my goodness, it's this other company on steroids. Look, I'm not even going to tell you about it because this post ain't that. You want to know what I'm doing? Go ahead in my intro section and you could either click on Get Paid Like Ray or rayhope.com. Do that. But I'm not going to use this post for that, all right? Because it's going to have its own time and place. Trust and believe it. But when I've decided to partner up with professionals who really about the money, really about seeing my money grow, really about seeing my credit score go up. My credit score went up 57 points in 2 weeks. Let me tell you something about DIY. We deal with a lot of people who live in a right now society. And in a right now society, people want it right now, quick, 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 quick. Once you find out how much is involved with doing it yourself, most people run away from it because they don't want to do it themselves. So they say, well, let me go ahead. I don't want to pay the monthly fee. Let me just pay $99 for it. Well, what do I get for $99? You're going to still do it yourself. So the challenge with the do it yourself is people don't want to do it themselves. It takes work. You got to get and the program itself. Look, if you want to do it yourself, knock yourself out. I'm not here to crap on it. I had made an observation about residual income, and gosh, that could be industry-wide. Not where I am, though, because I get guaranteed residual income. Trust and believe that. Guaranteed residual income. You want to know more? Go to my bio. Click my intro. But at the end of the day, people didn't want to do it themselves. We are innately lazy. We want somebody else to do it for them, period. So when you have something where people got to put in the work, people don't want to do it. That is the human nature. So they get stuck with letters and videos and certified. They don't know what to do with these things. They don't know what to do with them. And they get frustrated. And in the process of being frustrated, they quit. They quit. And you look in your back office for somebody who joined last Tuesday, and then it's time for them to come up on, last month Tuesday, and then this month Tuesday coming up, and you look in your back office and it says inactive, or it says canceled, because they realize how much work is involved with doing it themselves, and then they don't do it. Not that it's bad. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. Something wrong with people. People don't want to do it themselves. So, again, dude out of Memphis in the process of attempting to shame me. Nah, man, show your own back office, man. Nah, man, show your other leaders' back offices, man. And you're going to see the same exact thing. Inactive, cancel. And so, because of that, it ain't just me, but you trying to shame me. And you trying to use my testimony to shame me. Tell the whole truth. Tell the whole truth. You can't tell pieces of it. You got to tell the whole thing. So clearing the air. I was never in the Maxi Pads company. He put that out there. That's a lie. Forex, it was just Forex. Who doesn't want to learn Forex? So my thing is, if you're going to try to put me out there, please be honest and tell the whole truth or nothing but the truth. So help you God, or you will die. Do that. Do that. But at the end of the day, I was not, this was not my way of telling you guys, because I was just going to just mind my own business. You saw me falling back. I fell back a lot because I was struggling. I was having inner turmoil. Yeah, I needed the money, but I can't. How am I going to sit there and, charge somebody $99 and then 3, 4, 5 posts later, oh, for $19 you can raise your credit score and get more money in your paycheck and blah 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 blah. So then they're gonna come back at me looking at me crazy, but y'all need money, and I bet you need $100, a whole lot more than you need 20. It's gonna take 5 times the effort to make the one-time sale. So I was like, you killing me, y'all. You're killing me. And that's just, to me, back and forth. I mean, it was just too much. And not to mention, I ain't never seen so many announcements back to back to back to back. Dang, is Ray Hope all that? Dang. I guess. I don't know. I guess I am. I don't know. Shoot. But at the end of the day, I was like, damn. I didn't expect the backlash. I didn't expect not one leader. God, y'all, you're killing me. Not one leader reached out to me. Not one. Not one. And I'm not going to name no names because y'all know who y'all are. I bet you if I was buying some traptions, my phone was ringing and my text messages was going off. I bet you if I was going to an event, my phone was ringing, my text messages was going off. I bet you if you wanted to confirm that, you're going to be on this call tonight for this ladies call or this women of wealth, I bet you my phone was ringing and my text messages was going off. But the minute that I speak the truth, it wasn't even my truth. I just said, I made an observation that it was an epidemic going on, that you could be in an industry in a company for 3 years and your residuals is booty. Booty. I can't do that anymore. I'm trying to be, if y'all say I'm Ray of Hope, then I'm trying to lead people down the right path, and I cannot, in good confidence, keep pushing a $20 program, do it yourself. People realize how hard it is, and you know why so many people cancel, because they ain't got no skin in the game. They only paid $20. I paid $199, and $199, I had skin in the game. I had skin in the game. I needed to make that thing work. I had to save my house, but I knew every 7 was going to give me $1,000 bonus. There ain't no bonuses no more. It ain't no bonuses. And it took me 2 EVPs. Forgive me, it took me 2 people to sign up before you could be an EVP. Now, I am an executive of 1 person. How? I ain't a damn team, and I'm an executive of 1 person. That don't even make no damn sense. It's like the company that I grew to love with all my heart, and the people that I grew to love with all my motherfucking heart. None of y'all motherfuckers called me. None of y'all. There was a few people who reached out, and forgive me when I get worked up. Don't take these tears. Don't think that my tears is because I'm sad. No, I'm fucking pissed off because it's like, damn. It's like that none of y'all checked on me. You got that crispy motherfucker in Memphis talking shit about me, and none of y'all checked up on me. Not one of y'all leaders called. Y'all ain't checking on him either. Y'all letting him that man run amok. 0 integrity, 0 code of conduct, 0. Just let them run amok and say what the fuck they want to say. I don't believe this shit. It's amazing to me. So I was like, you know what? I'm strong, because ain't nothing going to stop ain't shit going to stop me. Ain't nothing going to stop my flow. I got a whip out there that I wanted for so long. And for those of y'all who know me, y'all know I drove that blue bullet. I drove, y'all, and I wasn't even ashamed. I drove a 2005 Dodge Grand Caravan. That sucker was old. Let me tell y'all, I bought it in June of 2016. And here we are, June of 2006. And here we are, 13 years later, and I got the baddest ass freaking 2018 Cadillac XT5 sitting in my driveway. Okay? No child support. A doctor in the making. A fashion designer in the making. A baby going into his freshman year. I'm doing what I gotta do. And I ain't about to let nobody shut me up. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. I'm gonna get it off my chest. You can take it or you can leave it. You can keep pushing a $20 product that ain't getting you nowhere. You can keep seeing those cancellations one by one. You can keep getting strung along by these leaders who need that. They need y'all to stay. They need you to keep paying that $34. I don't care. I said what I said. They need y'all to stay. So you staying knowing you ain't doing well. You staying knowing your money ain't right, but you're gonna keep paying it because you don't want to make no waves. You're gonna keep paying because you don't want to start no trouble. Let me tell you something. I wasn't even trying to start no trouble. I just had to get it off my chest. How long are you going to keep letting people manipulate you and keep, I ain't never seen so many systems. Let me tell you something. And I'm going to be brief on this part. On that mailbox money thing, and this is not about mailbox money. I ain't going to do it. Because like I said, I don't want nobody coming to my house knocking me over the head trying to get no packages out my hand. Into that. But if they are making so much great income in Myecon, why y'all doing mailbox money? Everybody losing their mind over mailbox money, all these other systems. If your money was so great where you are, then why do you need to do something else? Why? So, at the end of the day, you want to know what I'm getting down with? Click on the link in my about section, in my bio section. That's all I got to say about that, because one thing is that I'm going to be me. I'm going to speak my truth. You know, I got to internalize and process why the leaders have not called me, why nobody bothered to ring my phone and say, hey girl, you okay? It don't matter. I should still be able to be friends with you regardless of the business we in. But instead, y'all screenshotting stuff off my timeline. I don't know who's friend or foe. I don't know. So people are on my timeline screenshotting, sending it to people that I've clearly blocked. Because I got to protect my energy and my inner peace. So I got to block mofos because you're not about to disrupt me. Oh no, so yeah, I'm gonna block you. Then they be like, oh, it's like that, it's just MLM. No, you took it all the way there. You took it all the way there, and you tried to shame me, and you tried to make an example out of me, and I'm like, yes you did, girl, and yes you did, Vonda and Tara, y'all called me. Look, y'all know who called. Y'all know who called me. I know who called me. You know, I have favor. And when you have favor ain't fair. Shout out to AJ Hope. Favor ain't fair. But I promise you this, favor, when it hits you upside the head, oops, upside your head. I said, oops, upside your head. When favor hits you, it comes fiercely. And you know you got something. Baby, let me tell you something. I'm so excited about where I am right now because I woke up. I am no longer being poisoned. My loves, I still love y'all. It ain't no love lost, but it's loving at a distance now because y'all showed me. A lot of y'all got my direct phone number. A lot of y'all are connected to me on Facebook, and 99.2% of y'all did not bother to call or check up on me to see how I was doing, because I know y'all see old dude's timeline talking crap about me. But you know, again, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to rise up above all of this. And I started out by getting my new whip back there. My new whip, y'all. God has blessed me with a dream car. And I'm telling you, I drove old Blue Bullet until she had 300,000 miles. I drove and drove and drove and drove her. And do you know what took her out? Y'all gonna trip. My daughter had my car last year because her car was being fixed. So I told her she could drive my car. Here I go being super mom. And I was taking an Uber back and forth to work. And one day my daughter called me. I think I showed a picture of it online where she had a blowout. And it blew out the driver's tire. And in the process of blowing out the tire, it ripped the undersiding of the tire cover, right? And it exposed the wires. So here I call myself fixing it. So between me and another mechanic, we was put some electrical tape on it just to keep and seal out the moisture. Well, unfortunately, moisture got to it anyway. And over time, it eroded and it got to the computer and took her out. It just cut off. And a mechanic had my vehicle for 2 months trying to revive. I kept pleading with him, please save her at least until October because I gotta get this kid into college and I don't want to buy a new car right now, please. And he called me on my son's graduation day. I was sitting in the audience waiting for it to start. And he sent me a text message. It was so funny because y'all know me, I'm stupid. So he sent me a text message and he said, can you talk? And I got my phone and I was like, I sure cannot. I'm sitting in the audience for my son's graduation that's about to start. I will contact you tomorrow. I didn't want to hear no bad news. That was my son's day, and I couldn't let anything interfere on my son's day. Baby boo, last of the trio, last of the cues to graduate high school, and I had to give all my energy, positive energy, to him. So I called my mechanic the next day, and that's when he broke the news to me. And y'all, I almost cried. I had such an emotional tie to that vehicle because I got that vehicle in 2006. My baby was only 6 years old. He was a tiny tot, and he was so little, and he was so cute, and I was just thinking of all of the road trips back and forth to New York, back and forth to Florida, just back and forth. It's been everywhere, and I was really emotionally attached to that thing, and I didn't want to let it go. I was even thinking about keeping it. Even when I bought a new car, I was going to keep it, but God had other plans. He's like, woman, you getting yourself a new whip. And shout out to my sales guy who worked it out. He got me some, he got me some good terms. Of course, depending on the fact that my credit is definitely blemished. I mean, it went up those points, hallelujah. But he was able to work it out, and he got me something that I could afford. And I look out in that driveway, and it is all the state of the arts, all the bells and whistles. Her name Midnight, y'all. That's midnight out there. But God He just wanted me to win. And he saw me taking hits and shots from people who I thought were my friends. People taking hits and shots. But old dude in Memphis, that's his MO. So he's doing what he does. But other people who were sharing my screenshot, who were screenshots of my posts and giving them to him. And I'm like, well, my goodness, whose side are you on? 1 minute I'm queen. Hey, queen, how you doing, queen? And then the next minute, y'all ain't got crap to say. And that was kind of effed up. But you know what? This whole situation has opened my eyes, and it has helped me see that, people are going to be people. I don't hate nobody. Whether you called me or not, I don't hate you. But let me tell you, I love me some of my girlfriends who picked up that phone and reached out. I love y'all. Y'all know it. I love y'all. And so it's like, Aiden, watch it from the beginning before you talk about trash talking, because I'm telling my truth. So you say what you're going to say, boo-boo. Or you can get off my live. You really don't need to be on here. Okay? All right. Love you. Bye. Anyway, but I'm going to say my truth. So it wasn't about me trash talking, other people. It's about saying my truth and speaking my mind and saying what I got to say and getting it out. Because I was picked up I had a lot in me. Yeah, watch it from the beginning. It's funny. you know. But watch it from the beginning, babe, and you'll see where this is all coming from. So it's not trash talking, it's just speaking the truth. And you can say what you're going to say, Aiden. You know, I mean, hey, I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about you, boo. You go on about your business. But at the end of the day, y'all, it's you know, it's good to be able to say what you gotta say, do what you gotta do, and move forward, and know that God blesses those who take their time to express themselves and just be honest with themselves. And that's the end of that. Bye, Aiden. Had to block you. You're gonna be added to the list anyway. Got tired for folk like that. Bye, boo. But hey, y'all, I appreciate y'all, you know, hanging out with me for damn near an hour. I rant, I rave, I say what I gotta say, but at the end of the day, you know, I really appreciate the whole experience, because it certainly has enlightened me to some things. And I know that when things are not in the proper alignment in your life, you must move on. Period. You gotta move on. And for me, the company that I joined 3.5 years ago, is not the same company today. And once I became out of alignment with that, I had to move on. Period. I had to move on, and I had to do what I felt was right and just for me and my peace and even my sanity. So for those who you still doing it and you're going to push it and you're going to rock it out, you're going to do what you got to do, then you do it, boo-boo. I'm not mad at you for that. You do you. Ain't no love lost with that. But at the end of the day, we are all here to be able to make decisions for ourselves. We are all here to say, okay, to have a serious reflection with yourself, a serious conversation with yourself, and say, is this really, really working for me? All of these years that I put into this, is it really, really doing the thing for me? Because if it's not, then my goodness, don't you think it's time? Don't you owe it to yourself to have an honest conversation between you and God and ask yourself, is this still for me? Not is it for me, is it still for me? Because a lot of y'all who are still in this thing for a long time, been in this thing for a very, 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 very long time, is it still what you loved? Is it still doing what you thought it was going to do? Or have you seen the culture change? Have you seen things change so much that even you sit back scratching your head wondering what happened? And if you do, and if you are, then you need to be brave enough to make a difference and make a change. So with that said, if you hop it on at the end, catch me on the replay. When you watch the whole thing, yeah, I'm going to go off. So you're going to see it. I'm going off because I was pissed and I hated the way I got treated. Ray Hope. Everybody wanted to see Ray Hope. Now nobody want to see Ray Hope. But Ray Hope going to say what she got to say. Period. And, you know, you can either love it or like it or hate it. It don't matter because I sleep good every night. Yeah, girl. And we out here. Bye.